Alright, what is up everyone? It is Tyler Hummel, and guys, I'm back with a brand new video today. In today's video, I'm going to be naming off 5 really cool, creepy, and haunted abandoned locations in the state of Virginia. A couple things before we get into today's video though. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, leave a like, and share my videos. And then also I'm going to be leaving the link to my second channel in the description below. So if you want to go subscribe, if you want to go check it out, just check the link below. Okay guys, so without any further ado, let's get into the abandoned locations. Here we go. Okay guys, so coming in at number 5 is a place called the Wise County Orphanage. I'm going to throw the pictures up while I explain some history about this place. So Wise County Orphanage, this place has been abandoned and have been left to rot since the 1920s. The people that have actually explored this place have said and reported to hear sounds of laughing kids, balls bouncing in the orphanage, and have apparently seen floating lights lurking around the orphanage, the inside of this building. Some people have also reported seeing ghostly figures lurking in the distance near windows in this location. And guys, just for the information, this abandoned location has yet to be demolished. This place is still standing today. Okay, so coming at number 4 on the list, this one is really creepy and interesting, the history on this place. So this place is called the Barton Mansion. This was built in 1890, so it's a really old building, and this was built by name man James Burton. Okay, so in the 1920s, this hospital served as a polio hospital. And what polio is it's actually a life-threatening disease that can cause people to be paralyzed. So I looked at some of the pictures on what it looked like back then in these polio hospitals, and it's very, very like startling. I'm gonna throw some of the pictures on the screen of what these polio hospitals used to look like back then. Then this place then turned into a sanatorium in the late 1940s, early 1940s. And then this place actually became totally abandoned in the year of 2000. And unfortunately, this place is actually being renovated, is what I've heard. Well guys, coming up to number 3 on the list. Number 3 is called the Lorton Reformatory. So this place was actually a prison that opened up in the year of 1910. And mostly the prisoners that went here were mostly all alcoholics, thieves, and other people that were only given short sentences. And now during the time this prison was open, Teddy Roosevelt put together a reformatory so that these prisoners could do work like labor work, metalworking, brick making, and making food. This prison was very, very large, as you could see on the pictures, and unfortunately this is another location that is being renovated. Okay, coming up to number 2 on the list, this is probably my favorite one on the list. This is the one that I've done the most research in and looked at the most pictures of, because this place is like super cool. Number 2 is called the Renaissance Faire. This location was built deep in the Virginia wilderness, surrounded by woods and trees. This location was made up of a bunch of medieval European architecture with towers and many buildings that were put on stilts. Unfortunately though, this fair was only open for 2 seasons due to swampy and muggy lands. And the climate, it was just bad. It was a bad spot for this place to be built on, unfortunately. But literally, after this place shut down, the entire fair, all the buildings, all the towers, all the things that were there were completely left behind. They left it all. And to this day, this location, the Renaissance Faire, still sits there today. Everything is still left behind. The one unfortunate thing with abandoned locations, and for this specific location, is that this place is settled on private property. There are still explorers that have explored this place. I mean, you have to be super careful, because I hear there are sometimes, not all the time, but during certain seasons, which I'm assuming is during spring and summer, there's high security at this location. I mean, this is definitely a spot that I want to go into the near future, but you do have to be careful because certain spots can be on private property. But yeah guys, what I'm saying is just explore and visit these places at your own risk. Be careful. Okay, coming up to number 1 on the list. I saved this one for last because this one looks super creepy. This one might be the coolest on this list, but number 1 is called the DaJarnette Sanatorium. So this location was a former mental hospital that was built in 1932 and it was abandoned in the year of 1996. This location has been sitting, rotting away, abandoned for the past 24 years now. And this place has some dark history to it. So this place held hundreds and hundreds of forced sterilizations to their patients. So if you don't know what a forced sterilization is, I just figured out what it was today after I did some research, but this is basically the process of damaging a woman's reproductive system so they cannot have babies. And the same thing goes for men. I'm sure you can think on what they did. They would chop their you-know-whats off, and all this forced sterilization, you couldn't get around it. If you were a patient here, they were going to do that to you. The whole point of this forced sterilization that they did was that so men and women could not reproduce and have more kids. And these people that they were doing it to, these patients, were like mentally ill people. Okay guys, so that location, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you're new, I post abandoned stuff, exploring abandoned locations, and talking about abandoned locations. Make sure to share this video and leave many comments. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. And one more thing. Go click the link below to check out my new channel, my second channel. Subscribe if you want. See you guys.